They, through Netflix, have released yet another trailer. I guess the first one didn't generate enough attention. Yet another trailer for their upcoming Netflix special. And already, the number of people coming forward to say what's in there, it's just in the trailer, is false, is kind of stunning for a 1-minute trailer. I'm just going to give you an example. We played it yesterday. You can find it online. One, there's a picture of poor Harry dealing with the terrible media who's like overly intrusive in his relationship with Meghan and Harry. He's got his hand up to the camera like, stop. Well, it turns out that was a picture of Harry and his old girlfriend, Chelsea Davy. It was taken years ago. He didn't even know Meghan Markle. So misuse, here it is. Misrepresented as evidence of how the press badgered Harry and Meghan. No, it wasn't. They have one picture of the media swarming them. Poor Harry and Meghan, they've gotten it so bad. There's so much attention against them. Actually, that was a picture of the press swarming someone named Katie Price, who had been accused, a model who had been accused of like some sort of mild crime. And she's a big star, and the press was hounding her, not Meghan, not Harry. Same thing for another picture in which the press was hounding the people at the Harry Potter premiere, like J.K. Rowling and the stars, not Meghan, not Harry, neither of whom was in any version of Harry Potter. Right, taking all these, but this is their evidence that the press has been so intrusive and unfair to them and overwhelming in their lives. Last but not least, there's a picture of them, and of the intrusive press, according to Harry, in this, taking a private photo of them with their baby. And his line is like how bad the press is and how intrusive they are. Well, the guy who took the photo tweets out, this is absolutely ridiculous. The guy's name is Robert Jobson, and he says, this photograph, used by Netflix and Harry and Meghan to suggest intrusion by the press, is a complete travesty. It was taken from an acclaimed photographer at Archbishop Tutu's residence in Cape Town. Only 3 people were in the accredited position. Harry and Meghan agreed to the position. I was there. He was one of them. And then points out there was no intrusion. I was part of a 3-person UK palace pool. Nobody else was allowed in. We shared the words and photos with the UK media with their permission. All of this now is their evidence about how bad the British press is, how bad they've had it. And I'm not saying there wouldn't be evidence you could find to show over, an imposition by the British press. I'm sure it is hard to be the center of that much attention. But this just gives you a flavor for they don't have an adult relationship with the truth, these people. They don't.
The most charitable reading that one can give that is that editors often pick stock photos and put together trailers without the knowledge of people, but they'll have sign off on it. So they should see that and presumably know that, well, that's not that and that's not that. I think the bigger issue here is the absurdity of this idea that the press is intrusive. Is it intrusive? It absolutely is. But guess what? You chose it. Well, I didn't choose a hereditary monarchy. No. You have a deal with Netflix. Your wife has a podcast deal with Spotify worth tens of millions of dollars. Look at the house they live in Montecito. What the fuck have these people ever done? She was on Suits. He's a ginger weirdo that has a family that, was just born into it. And you're like, I can't believe it. And then this guy, he has the gall all the time to say one thing that drives me absolutely crazy. It drives me crazy. And please, 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 people, make sure to never say, the press hounded my mother to death. Your mother was killed by a drunk driver. The driver of her car was heavily intoxicated and crashed. Were there press driving behind him? Yes, I'm sure there were. That was the life, a terrible life when you marry into that family. And I, feel terrible for her and what she had to deal with. But this kind of recasting of everything as just this oppression narrative of these 2 people that have things handed to them. Like it's not, she didn't get this stuff because she was opening those suitcases on that show where she was being objectified.
Deal or no deal.
Yeah, deal or no deal. Yeah. It's like, you have a $40 million house in Montecito because you opened the thing in like a skimpy dress. I don't think that happened.
No, she wanted
so where's all this money coming from? So you can't have it both ways. Pick one, and you have picked one. Stop complaining.
Well, and now tonight in New York, they are being honored by the Kennedy family. This is one of RFK's other children, not RFK Jr., but Kerry Kennedy, is honoring them for their anti-racist commitment, for all the anti-racism work that they've done. Harry is literally as far as I know, the only member of the royal family who's actually worn a swastika on his arm as a fun Halloween costume and been on the front page of the papers.
Yeah, let's not.
Well, yeah, there could have been some years ago. For calling somebody a slur, a racist slur. What has Meghan Markle done? She gave the Oprah interview. That's literally what they're pointing to. She gave the Oprah interview and said that thing about the unnamed royal member who allegedly was concerned about, she said concerned, but Tom Bower came on the show and reported that there was no concern whatsoever. It's just a natural discussion about two people who are of different races getting married and what is our baby going to look like, right? And somebody in the royal family being like, what do you think the baby's going to look like? In any event, different accounts, but for this, she's getting an anti-racism award. This is her dream. Again, back to Tom Bower's book, Revenge. If you read about her history, she desperate. She got so mad at the UN because they wouldn't make her like an ambassador, like the other girl from Harry Potter. Who's that girl? What's the girl's name from Harry Potter?
Emily
I never watched
Watson,
her.
or not Watson.
Yeah, Emily, yes,
Something.
from like her. She wanted to be like her, and they were like, "You haven't done shit." Emma Watson. They're like, "You haven't done shit. You're not getting the same award as Emma Watson. You're not getting the same title." This is what she's been working to all along. She doesn't want to do the work. She just wants to bathe herself in this woke glory. And what has she actually done to fight racism? I mean, honestly, she said she wasn't even conscious of the fact that she was half black until she got married to Harry.
Nor was I. I'm sorry to say. I'm being honest. I didn't, when I first saw it, I was like, oh, I just thought she was Italian. I mean, this is the absurdity of race at a certain point of dilution. It's like, what do you, I don't know. I didn't know she was black. I didn't know she was fighting it. She's just a kind of B-list actress. Sorry. But
yeah,
seems pretty apparent.
Who's now going to be celebrated.
Her race is most important to her. It's indispensable to her. It's very valuable. It is a marketable commodity.
Valuable.
But for her race, she wouldn't have this Netflix special. And all the money that goes along with it and her Spotify deal, which, good for her. Make the most of what you've got.
Bon Charge is a holistic wellness brand with a huge range of evidence-based products to optimize your life in every way. Founded on science and inspired by nature, all Bon Charge products adopt ancestral ways of living in our modern day world. From blue light glasses to red light therapy to EMF management and circadian-friendly lighting, Bon Charge products help you naturally address the issues of our modern-day way of life effortlessly. Their glasses come in non-prescription, prescription, and in reading options. Bon Charge also has other amazing products like low blue light bulbs, red light therapy devices, EMF 5G protection, and 100% blackout sleep masks. Love those, all backed by science. They can ship worldwide in rapid time, and most importantly, they have easy returns and exchanges. Go to boncharge.com/MK and use the coupon code MK to save yourself 20% off your order. That's boncharge.com/MK and use that coupon code MK to save 20% off your order. Hey, thanks so much for watching. If you like what you just saw, hit the subscribe button for more clips and full episodes.